Hello everyone, welcome to .NET Training Academy. In this video, we are going to learn about Blazor. This is the second part of this playlist. If you don't know about Blazor and how things works, you have to check out my previous video, which is available in the description and also in the top right corner of the video. Okay, now I'm going to create a CRUD application on Blazor using the backend and database and all. We are going to learn about the routing and API service in Blazor and a complete single page CRUD application in this video. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to right click on my computer in the desktop. So after opening the PowerShell, I'm going to check whether the Blazor template is installed or not. For that, I'm going to type the command .NET new, which will show me all the templates available over here. It is installed, and I assume that you are already using .NET 2.1 or 2.2. .NET new Blazor poster -o Blazor CRUD, and it's just created the application. And I'm going to open up the solution. I'm using Visual Studio 2019. You can use whatever version that you want, which supports ASP.NET Core. Okay, all the packages are installed. And now I'm going to check whether it is running correctly. Yes, it is running correctly. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to create a CRUD thing. So for that, I'm going to create a model in the shared folder just to make use of data access layer. So here I'm going to create a product. So here it is. Let's set this as a public, and it would be something like properties and the string name, product name, and product status. Whether is it in stock or on stock, out of stock, like that, double, or price. Okay, let's set what are the things that I need to be. Okay, let's define the fields which are going to be not null. So I'm going to decorate it using the attribute called required. So if you're annoying about what's going on here, these entity framework concepts, you can check out my entity framework tutorial, which is available in the description. Control D and Alt down arrow. Okay, that's fine. Okay, next I'm going to create a folder called data, where I can make use of the data access layer and DB context over here. So right click on it and create a class on product context. Should be very fine. So that's it, and I'm going to inherit this DB context guy it just acts like a gateway between the entity framework and the actual database. So let's add the DB set, which means the product model over here. Product. I'm going to import that from the shared folder and just set the name, table name as products. Okay, fine. So then I'm going to, on configuring DB context options builder space options. And here, if options is not configured, then I'm going to set the configuration database path over here. So before that, I need to create a database for this project. So here, inside of the SQL Server Object Explorer, I'm going to create a local DB right click and add new. So this is going to be the Blazor CRUD, and hit OK. And if you wanted to get the connection string, right click on it, properties, and you can get this stuff over here. Okay, it's just copied. So options dot use SQL server. Instead of that, I'm going to paste that thing. So, but it is not the recommended way of doing this, because in ASP.NET Core we are using a dependency injection and build a pattern. So it's not a recommended way. Missing semicolon. Instead, you can set the stuffs, configure the stuffs in the services like dependency injection in startup. But just for the time's sake, I'm going to stick with this. Okay, let's create a data access layer. So I'm going to create a new class called product data access layer. Let's go. So here I'm going to import that particular product context and set a name for that, and it was the new product context. Just created an instance. So let's try to create fetching all the employees. Okay, the very first thing in the CRUD operation is a read, which is retrieving all the data, fetch all data from database. Secondly, we are also again going to do this action, but instead of fetching all the data, we are going to fetch a particular data based on ID, right? Then as usual, we are going to create a data, which means add a data, and delete. No, before that, I'm going to edit the data. So update the data. So finally, I'm going to delete, which means removing a particular data. That's cool. Let's start to do the first thing, which is read. It means read all data. Okay, that's enough. So I'm going to create a public by enumerable product, and then get all products. So here I need to import this thing. Okay, let's just return db.table name like products.toList. Yeah, that's fine. Now I'm going to read details of particular data. So to do that, I'm going to public. The return type is going to be employee. Public return type is going to be product, and get product, and I'm going to pass the ID of that particular product. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here I'm going to find that particular product. And the product is equal to db.products.find based on this ID. Okay, this is a cool thing. And then next I'm going to return that particular data, which is the product variable. So next I'm going to create a data, which means add a data. So for that, just create public void add data. I mean, to be precise, add product over here, curly brace, db.product.add that particular product like product. And we have to, just for the transaction, we have to save that changes. Save changes. Okay, that's fine. Okay, the next I'm going to edit or update the product. So here, I'm going to update the product. Public void update product, and again product ID. And now I'm going to create a product. I'm going to pass that particular product data over here, and db.entry, which is that particular product model data instance, and I'm going to change that state as entity state. No, instead I can do something like this. I can import that particular thing dot modify. This means that basically it's just updating that existing data over there. So save changes. Okay, that's cool. We just update that data. Okay, fine. Okay, finally, what I'm going to do is to delete the product data. Delete the data, public, void, delete product, int ID, the same thing that I'm like to copy from here, which is this guy right here. So instead of this one, in db.protects.remove, and this thing right here. And finally, we have to save the changes. That's it. So that's it. We just created a data access layer, and then next thing we have to create a API. So now we just created a data access layer, and now we are going to create an API controller. So the purpose of using this data access layer. Okay, let's go ahead and create that particular controller. Let's come to the controller. I'm going to create an empty controller over here. Okay, I'm going to make use of that data access layer by creating an object instance of it. So product, I think product data access layer, right? So yes, it is, and obj from is equal to new product data access layer. Yes. So here in the index, which means I'm going to get all the data instead of the iAction result. We are not using the actual view. We are just using the API, REST API. So for that, I'm going to use the collection, enumerable, and product. And product over here, and change the name as product. And I'm going to set the route and set the verbs over here. The route is going to be route of API slash API slash product slash index. That's right. Okay, fine. Instead of returning, so here I'm going to return the. So here I'm going to call the method from product data access layer, object prod dot get all products. Right. That's fine. So here I think everything's working over here. Let's just check that stuff. Okay, let's just check that stuff. So to do that, I'm going to migrate this particular database. Add migration, product table added. Update the database. Finally, run the project. We really cannot see any changes over here, but we can over here, like instead of the products controller, like API product slash index. Here it's returning a null, no data, because we haven't added any data in the database. So let's check that out by adding some data. Chocolate, a price of in stock, in price of about 50. So now let's just, here it is. It's successfully getting all the data from the database. The API request is successfully done. So we just done fetching all the data. Secondly, we are going to add data. For that, I'm going to use HTTP post and route hyphen API slash product slash create. That's right. Public void create, and use it from body and product, change that particular thing, product, and if just for the sake of the form validation, model state is valid, obj prod dot add product, yes, here it is, it will add the product, and next I'm going to get the details of that product. So product details int id http post http get and route API slash product slash details slash ID right here. So just set the custom route, return obj prod dot get product. I have to pass this particular ID over here, right? So that's it. And next, I'm going to edit a product. For that, I'm going to use http put route API slash product slash edit, right? Public y edit, and as usual from body and product, and obj prod dot update product. And finally, we're going to delete this thing. So we are going to set a route for delete, like API slash product slash delete slash ID. Yes, it is public y delete. So int ID obj prompt. We're going to call the method from data access layer delete product passing the ID. So from now all the backend functionality work has done. So now we have to get into the Blazor things. Okay, let's get into the Blazor.client section right now. So Blazor.client section. Here we can create a new page, raise a page. Instead we can use a razor item because Visual Studio 2019 has some bugs on creating raise a page. So here fetch all products. Okay, let's just close all those things, and we can make use of this particular fetch data because both the things are very similar. Copy this, and instead of fetch data, we can change that to fetch products, right? Let's use the @ symbol over here. I think we can add the next all products, and okay, after creating all products page, now we can make use of that routing in Blazor. So to do that routing, we have to mention the keyword called page, and inside of the page, we have to mention the routing name, which is fetch product. So here, just for your understanding purpose, I can create a page with a title called all products. Okay, that's fine. So inside of the shared nav menu, I'm going to add this page. And here we have to change this to fetch data to fetch products, and here all products. Okay, let's just run this thing. Okay, here it is, fetch all products. If you go over here, yes, there is some error. No products, only product. I think, yeah, we can change that from here, fetch products. Yes. Now let's run the stuff again. Here it is. Here is the page that we created, all products. So in my point of view, in my experience, I've worked along with Vue.js as well as the Angular. This is the very easiest, according to the Spark frameworks, this is the easiest form of creating a routing in a web page in a framework. So there is just 2 steps involved. All you need to do is to create a page and set a name, and you have to link it somewhere. That's very interesting. So the next thing that I wanted to do is to make use of this data from pitch data, make use of this lines from pitch data, like using that HTTP client, because we are going to work with REST API like HTTP clients. So the next thing, I will directly go to the functions. Functions. Open the curly brace. Let's just delete this time. Okay. Protected override async task on init async. Okay, that's it. So I created a method to fetch all the data from the REST API. So for that, I'm going to create an array of product text. Close this thing. Wait. HTTP dot get JSON async, and here it's going to be a list of products. So I'm passing the array as in the generic thing, and /API/product/index, the URL, that particular URL guide right here. So let's check this stuff out, and it will work, but we haven't reflected these things in the view, which means the actual HTML. So to do that, I will going to copy all of these things over here, just edit the matter instead of rewriting all the code from scratch, because both doing same things. Here I'm going to change that to forecast to products. So to make a change in all the particular words, we have to do Shift Alt dot to select all the words and change that to products. Okay. Here I'm going to change that as ID, name, status, and finally product price. Okay. Here this one also I have to change. Okay. Protect. ID and name and status, here price. Okay, I think we just created a table which iterate all the data from the database. Let's run this stuff just to make sure it's working correctly. Let's go ahead and check this out. It's loading. Yeah, here it is. The data from the database is just fetched and displayed in the table. So the second thing, we have to add a product. So for that, I'm going to create another view, raise a view. Just name this as add product.cshtml. Remove all of the shit things, and I can copy this as usual over here. Copy these 3 lines and change this as add product. Okay, everything works fine, and I also need to add this thing over here in the route. Okay, that's fine. Add a product. Let's create the basic functionality, functions, and open up the curly brace. And again, as usual, and here I'm going to create an object for that particular product. Prod is equal to new product. Create a method to add a product. Add product. Here it is. Yeah, await HTTP dot send JSON async method. I'm going to call that, and here I'm going to pass 3 parameters. and one is going to be the type of sending, whether it needs to be your HTTP method dot post or put. Okay. And secondly, and I'll just move on to the next line, API slash that URL parameter, API slash product slash create, and I'm going to pass that particular prod object. So I think that's it. Okay, now div dot now let's create something really interesting. Div class row. Let's design a form. Div class of call-md/12. Okay, so here I'm going to make use of the form field, like div going to bind the data. Bind is equal to @prod.name. So we cannot set any value, but we can place a placeholder over here. Enter the product name. So let's just copy all of the 3 lines just to replicate things. Product status. So let's change this name to status. So we cannot use input type over here. Alternatively, we can use the select thing. Select guy, like for is equal to no. Instead, we can use ASP for to select guy and add class of form control over here. And here I'm going to bind the thing, bind at prod dot status. Okay, fine. Let's create an options. Option disabled hidden selector, and value, which is going to be null, and the actual data is going to be select the status of the product. Okay, just in stock. Out of stock. And again, I'm going to copy this guy right here for the price. Here, change this to price. Price again over here. Type is equal to number. And product dot price over here. So here I'm going to create a button for submit. Okay, submit button class btn primary. Okay, and the value is going to be saved. And here we have to state that on click what should the event should happen at on click. So for that, I'm going to make this interesting. I sync of hyphen hash rocket of lambda expression over here in await of add product. Yeah, that's it. I think I'm just yeah, I have to close another. Okay, so run this stuff. The error is we cannot use the file name, I mean the Razor view name as the method. So I just changed from add to create. It works fine. So here we are having the add data. What this is add products, and here is it. The name, the product. Enter the product name like biscuit and status chicken 20, and save this thing. So we didn't mention any action or pop-up to display, so we can check that stuff over here. No, it didn't add it up, so let's check what's the problem. Okay, let's check the stuff again just to know what's the error going on. Like candy. Oh, I think this guy right here is not working properly. Okay, it seems it's not saving, so let's check out something inside the controller. Create product. Oops, sorry. If model state is valid, I just do that stuff wrongly. So I think that's fine. Now it will work. So let's check that out. Run it again. So here is the add product. And yes, I think it will work now. So let's add the product name, like a biscuit, and select the status, and price will be 30. I think it just saved the products. Let's go and check that stuff out, but it's not yet saved. Oops. Oh yeah, here it is. It just saved the product. That's fine. So just for the testing purpose, I placed this data kind of thing to check that whether it is getting inside of this method or not. So okay, everything's working fine, but the problem that you can now see is it's not creating any prompt, or it's not creating any anything to us, right? So let's just do that. And to do that, what I can do is we actually need to add some extra features for this add products, because we're not getting any message or prompt after saving the data. So it's very tedious for the customer. So let's create something like for that. So instead, doing these kind of things, it's better that we can redirect the website to actual index page without reloading, which means SPA, single page. So for that, what I can do is create a method called redirect method, void redirect to index. So here I'm going to use URI helper class and navigate to fetch product. Let's check that out. Product fetch products. So come to this one and paste it over here and semicolon. So here, after saving this thing, I'm going to call this particular method. So after saving the data, I'm going to call that particular method so that it will execute as we think. Once it is saved, and then it will redirect to the index page. Okay, let's do that. Run this application. So here we are getting some error, right? So let's check that out, figure that out. What is wrong with this thing? So here's some error is throwing. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually inject that particular namespace for URI helper. So I'm going to do that. Inject Blazor.services.URI. I mean I interface URI helper URI helper. Yes, it is. This is what we are using over here. Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's run this thing. That's cool. Let's check that out, and I'm going to add the eye screen. So plain stock, 50 rupees. Save. Oops, I think it's not redirecting. Yeah, it's done. It's just redirected. Yeah, that's it. It's working fine. But if you want, if you don't want to redirect those things, you can also add a prompt messages just like this. What you can do is you can create a string message of nothing, and once it's just created, you can have a message of successfully saved. So, and here you can add that thing in the HTML class bg success and padding of 5 4. Yeah. So message like h3 and at symbol and message. Yeah, let's check that out. What's the problem? No, here I just missed the semicolon. Now let's check that out. Okay, let's save some of the things again. Oops. Okay, wait. If message is not equal to null, let's just check the condition. Only the message has some data, then only it will display. So for now, it doesn't have any message. So let's check that out. Yeah, that's fine. Let's check that out. And coffee powder in stock 35. Yeah, here it is, successfully saved. So this is the another way of doing something like this. You can also add some transition animation, those kind of things, but it's better to redirect to the particular index. So let's stick with that. And the next thing would be updating data, right? So for that we have to create an edit page. So before doing that, I just missed something over here, like a clear button, which means the reset button is created over here. So for that, I'm going to create a clear method over here, void clear, and what I'm going to do is to give that all the things as null, right? So prod dot price is equal to something like empty. I'm just making everything as empty, right? So so after clicking that particular button, it will so let's undo this. So now again run this thing. So it will clear all the text fields. So it's showing some error. What it is? Clear on click. Oh yeah, I didn't use this method calling stuff over here. Now it's again calling on click. Is there any issue over here? It's throwing some issue. Oh yeah. Price is double, so we cannot set a string value over there. So now it will be fine. Again, it is throwing. Maybe we cannot use this clear thing, method thing. Okay, let's try that out. Yeah, it's right now, because we need not to use that calling symbol over here, because it's unnecessary. So let's check that out. I'm going to type like chocolate and set something like 2023, clear the form, and it will clear all the stuff. That's cool. That's fantastic. So, and then I think I can change the color, like warning. Okay, fine. So next we can jump to the edit page. So everything over here is just completed. So I'm going to create an edit view. Edit edit product.cs HTML. So I'm going to clear all of the things, and let's set the route name like a page. And route name for this edit page is quite different, because we are going to because we need to pass the ID in it. So edit prod ID instead. So I can pass the ID over here. And as usual, I want to add all of this namespaces. And I think I just left off that Blazor shared, so that I can use this employee model here. Okay, fine. So let's come to the functions. Add functions, right? So I'm going to create. So here I'm going to create a parameter. I'm going to create a parameter so that I can pass through, which is string ID of get set. Yes, instead I can use this as a capital letter, such that too long here. Okay, fine. So just to receive that parameter, I can do this thing. So after declaring that particular parameter, I'm going to create an object. After declaring the parameter, I'm going to create an object for product. Prod is equal to new product. So next, as usual, I can copy that stuff from here. So I can now copy the stuff from here, because I need to get all the particular data. I need to get all the particular data over here, like product/edit plus, or I can do something like this, $/ inside of that I'm going to add the ID over here, property of ID. So it is something like a string, so that I can convert to integer, int 32, and okay, now it's fine. So here I wanted to use this thing, not pro, the object data, and then we have to update that particular thing. Async task update product, right? So again, await http.send JSON async and http method.put command, and the URL is going to be API/product/edit command pro. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now it's everything working fine. Let's again check this stuff out. Before doing that, so now I can copy that. Now I can copy this guy to there, and yes, but here I need to call update product instead of that guy over there, and also I'm going to copy the clear method. Okay. Also, okay, now let's just check that out. Okay, run this thing. It's failed. I think there is something out there, like create method. Okay, the error is prod. Instead, I can change over here because it's not that much. So I just have a wrong name while copying and pasting. Other than that, everything is fine. Okay, I have to change that thing over here also. Prod. So now everything working fine. Yeah, now it will work. Again, it's showing some error. Again, it's showing some error. Let's take that out here. Oh, yeah. I'm not getting a collection of data. I'm just getting a single data from here. So I don't need to use array. So let's check now. It's again throwing some error. Everything is fine and on init async. But let's check that out in. But now let's check in update product method. Wait, oops. I just make a typo over here. So I think now it will be fine. Yes, it's worked perfectly. Okay, let's test that out by /API, not API. We have to check the edit product /1. Yeah, fine, but it's not fetching anything over here. Let's figure that out. Why it is happening? Product.name, product.but. Let's check. Is there any request that's happening over here? Okay, it's showing some error. Invalid JSON string over here. Simple JSON. It's showing some error. Okay, I figured out the issue. The issue is we have wrongly used the URL path. So now let's run this stuff again. Let's go over here, close this thing, and copy this URL and paste it over here. Yeah, here it worked. Here it worked perfectly. So we can clear the form and reload the thing. Is everything working fine? Let's check it out. Yeah, perfect. So that's it. We completed the edit thing. And finally we have to add that thing also, like you redirect to navigate stuff. So add a method. So here, let's call that thing. Okay, fine. Let's check stuff. Oops, it's showing some error. It's again showing some error. The error is we didn't add this guy right here. The problem is this framework, this Spa framework from .NET is not in a stable release. So Visual Studio and a lot of support is not good. What I mean is, if this kind of thing happens in ASP.NET Core or MVC, there will be a lot of very good error prompting, a very accurate error prompting. We can sort it out very easily. But the thing is, we cannot figure out what's the error. We have to. It's really hard to do this kind of things because though it is in preview version, so it will be fine in a few months. Okay, now let's just run this thing. So here, close this guy and reload this guy. Come on. It takes some time to fetch the data. Yeah. Instead of chocolate and dark chocolate, I just rename this as dark chocolate. Let's save this thing and say I change as dark chocolate. That's fantastic. Edit is also working. Now we have to go for a delete. Right, so here instead of going over here, I can use the edit button in the all products, like th. Actually, I don't need this ID right here because it's not useful. So add edit guy over here, and td add product dot id. Okay, so it should be something like a link, but it should be something like a link, like anchor tag. So it needs to be over here, like slash edit product slash, and paste this over here. Yeah, and you have to change that as edit. Okay, let's check this stuff out. Okay, sorry, all products. Here is this. So let's go and check it out and return, and yeah, everything is working fine. So, and we have finally to do edit delete thing right now, and I think for delete everything will be same, just like edit. So let's create a page for delete. And instead of creating a new page, we can finish the things over here itself, because what I can do is I can let's do something good for deleting this stuff. Okay, let's create a button over here, and on click, just like what we do in the asynchronous call over here in add method, just like this. All products. Yes, instead of testing, delete product. And we can pass some parameter, product.id. Okay, fine. Let's create a method. So protector and async task, and then delete. And here we have to pass the ID, particular ID over here. So when we call, that particular delete method will be called. So we have to create a new product variable. Product prod is equal to new product. Yes, it is, and we can make use of this guy right here. Await. Okay, let's do this thing. Await http dot delete async method, and API slash product slash delete slash, and we can do some interpolation. The interpolation would be something like convert to int 32, something like ID over here, right? So that's it, and yep. Okay, let's try to delete now any data. Oops. Yeah. Delete. Now we have to rebuild this thing again because there is no feature for debugging here. Yes, it's working perfectly, but the problem is it's not updating over here. Okay, fine. We can fix that.